everybody, and welcome to 8.3, the final mission before we hit mission number 9, the sequence. And this one is going to be, my hope is that it's going to be fairly quick because there's a lot to get to. Actually, there's not a lot to get to, but there is, because it's all sitting here in a condensed area. So let me tell you guys what we're going to be hitting in this video specifically. So we are going to be getting to Rith Cool. However, I realized that the best way for me to do it is for me to do Rith Cool last, not first. I know you guys saw me say 8.2 in the previous video, or heard me say it, but now I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to start out by going to Fob Kilo, but first I'm going to take out Myriad. Well, actually, no. I'm going to go to Annex Ridge. See how I make this up all on the fly? Like, I'm not even trying to, like I don't have any of this planned, I promise. So typically I try to have a good idea about what I'm going to do before I start the video, but in this one I'm going to just start with Annex Ridge, then I'm going to go on to Myriad, then I'm going to go to Mjolnir Armory, but Annex Ridge, Fob, Myriad, continuing on. We're going to get a Propaganda Tower out up here, then we're going to get Black Eye, and then we're going to be moving on into the wonders that is yet another Fob, not a Fob, but another Propaganda Tower just east of the next beacon. Then we're going to hit the Spartan Core that is on top of that beacon, and then we're going to go a little bit southwest to go take down that Mjolnir Armory, or to go grab that Mjolnir Armory. And then we are going to head over to this Propaganda Tower that's sitting probably right there. And then we're going to finish up with Rith Cool. I would like to point out that on Annex Ridge there is one Spartan Core. I forgot to mention that. I just thought you guys saw it when it popped up, but that is my bad. I should have pointed that out. Upgrades. I will say that I will take a drop wall upgrade early. I just think that 4 seconds is actually very beneficial. More use of the drop wall, especially when you're fighting Rith Cool, when you're fighting Myriad, when you're fighting in Annex Ridge, especially later on when we are going into the sequence, it would probably be a little bit more beneficial than, and it only takes one Spartan Core. I would recommend grabbing it. I mean, not that bad. And then we also get plenty of Spartan Cores in this next one. I count easily 2 more, so that extra 2 can easily get us Impulse, which will carry us to into the sequence. So pretty much that's where we're at there. 2790 is the value you should have. You're going to be sitting right on top of the Impact Commando. Impact Commando is the is going to be pretty nice later on, especially after the sequence, where we start to actually really use these weapon variants, especially in the regular campaign missions that are to follow. So really recommend making sure that you have your Valor pretty much where I'm at. You should have 100% Valor if you're following along. Pretty much that's it. So let me get into the challenge for this video, the challenge that I have to deal with on your guys' behalf, because I like to make my life difficult so you guys can see how much more fun this game is when you put yourself under unnecessary stress. This video, as you guys can see, is called the Shooting Gallery. So because we are going to be in a target rich environment, we are going to be my entire challenge is simply to swap weapons after every kill, or basically it's 1 mag per battery, or battery per weapon. So that means a battle rifle, I can only ever use 1 mag. Not a battle rifle because I can't use it, but like a commando, I can only use the 20 shots, and then I have to drop it, pick up a new weapon. Or I get a kill, and then I have to immediately swap to that weapon that is dropped immediately after. Now here's the thing: a lot of enemies drop 2 weapons, so I get to choose one of the 2, so it doesn't matter at that point. But another thing, they cannot be duplicates right after the fact, so I cannot just oh hey, I go go commando, rocket launcher commando. I can't do that, or commando or something like that. I have to have at least a buffer zone. So basically, that example of commando, rocket launcher commando, I can do that. I just cannot do commando, drop the commando, pick up yet another commando. That is something I cannot do. Now, for me to be able to use vehicles in this one, I am permitting the use of vehicles, but I cannot use vehicles beyond the stated purpose of it, and I can only use them one time. So, to say which ones I can use, obviously it's going to be the Wasp, so let's go check out the vehicles. Any vehicles that I can use are only the ones I can summon right here. So, this or the Mongoose variant, this or the Warthog, the Razorback, so the Warthog or the Razorback, and then the Scorpion or the Wasp. I can only use those. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I can only use those. So, and as I said, it cannot be beyond the scope of what I said I was going to use it for. So, for example, when I said I'm going to use the Wasp, it's to get to Rith Cool. Can I defend myself with the Wasp? Yes, I cannot be on the offensive with the Wasp. Just like when I fight Myriad, will I want to use a Scorpion or a Warthog or whatever just to get there? Yes, and be on the defensive? Yes, I cannot be on the offensive with it. So those are just basically some of the rules. I'm not going to be super strict about like them with vehicles. It's really just with weapons, and that is basically the entire point. So to get started, I'm gonna drop my rockets because I don't care.
Need backup?
I'm gonna start out with going to Annex Ridge. So let's head over there and let's get this show on the road. Gonna head on over. Am I gonna be fine? Am I gonna have to take a Wasp over? I think I'm gonna have to take a vehicle. Yeah, I have to take a Wasp. You know what, then I might as well just start with Rith Cool. Whatever. It doesn't matter. See, like, all this stuff is on the fly.
On my way to your LZ. Hang tight.
Why are you landing? Brother. What are you doing? Alright, let's go. So I changed my mind. We're not doing that. We're going to Cool. As I said, every single time that I get a kill, I have to swap. Or every single time that every time I reload, I have to swap. So it's whatever happens first. And then, of course, I can only use vehicles in so much as they serve a purpose.
We're in range of
like, this is a purpose. I have to get to a destination, right?
Wanted banished targets. She's renowned for her fleet command skills, but she's just as lethal on the ground. Be careful.
Looking at it over here. See a Phantom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park the Wasp up here, nice and safely. Hey. Oh, no. Hopping down already. Oh, God. Oh, dead already. We're gonna have a fun one this time because I have to do it. That's fun. Alright, let's try that one more time. And what I'll probably do is I'll try to get a little closer. So let me hop on down here. Oh. Got helmet off. Alright. I'm gonna go over and try to pick up his stuff. Let's see here. That's mine. Oh no. Shock rifles. Never mind. Oh, I didn't drop the shock rifle, so I can't use it. Let's try it again. now I can go back to the shop rifle. There we go. Alright. Now I gotta move. Disruptor. Oh, I forgot. This guy has the pinpoint. Oh, that counts. Skewer. Alright, let's have to get a fusion foil. Alright, have to swap. Have to swap. Plasma pistol. Get out of here. Needler.
That handles the target. Let's get the rest of the squad.
Just for the ammo. Wait a minute. Alright, have to swap to a different weapon that's in my... can't pick that. Oh, I can go back to the shock rifle. Oh, and there's a skewer right there. Never mind. Of course I can use grenades. Oh. Ow. No. Got him. Sentinel. This is called the sandbox of chaos. Woo. Alright, first try wasn't that bad.
Nice. That's the end of Rith Cool. Banished tactical supremacy in space combat just took a big hit. And we've avenged a lot of UNSC personnel and assets. Not bad for a day's work, huh?
Alright, now I can head back up, go grab my my wasp, and then head on over to I think what I'm gonna do is Annex Ridge last. It just makes the most sense now. Hey there, wasp. Alright, so next up says it's some random propaganda tower, so let me go do that really fast. Alright, so pretty much what the heck? There it is. Any enemies? Cool, I can just land. Alright, anything he has to say? No? Okay, so I'll wait for him to say something. But 3 more of these guys. There's not that many left. Oh shoot, there's somebody coming. Let me destroy that. And then after that, I do believe that after this, it is going straight to... Yeah, it's just going to go straight to go grab this Mjolnir Armory. Just making sure I have my path right. But continuing on. Oh, nice. Come on. Give me a reason. But like I was saying, I know I mentioned basically kind of like what was going on, like why everything was taking a little bit of time. But basically just been dealing with a lot of that personal stuff. So, and then of course Seattle won and everything like that. But there's also some. Oh, damn it! Oh no, sniper! Haven't had to use one of those in a while. Just run. Oh. Rockets! Okay, this is chaos. Just jump. Just jump. Alright, we're fine. Alright. So sorry about that. Panicked there for a second there. But basically, what the hell is going on over here now? Why is everything always... Why does there always have to be something?
Part of the sequence. Plan B seems to be working out just fine.
And then, naturally, there's more enemies. Come on, let's just get over there. Almost there. Come on, just jump. Nice clamber. Armor locker. And then after that, we go straight for that spark core. See how much faster? Trying to make sure that I save this because I do not want to deal with the... Alright, we have to get back up here. I should not have done that. That was a dumb decision. Let's just jump up here. Because I want to take a little bit of a longer way. Longer path. Gonna go over here. Head on down. Nice. Because the goal is really, again, to just walk up behind, grab it really fast, and then leave. I didn't mean to pick that up. That is an accident. Dropped out of my inventory. Thank you so much. And then after that, there's just a propaganda tower, like, right up here. Jump up. And then we're just going to keep on going. We'll get to a point where I can actually like start yapping in a second, but it's mostly because of all this other stuff.
Down another tower. Wait, okay? Just wait for a sec, because if you take all these towers now.
Get out of here.
If you take all these towers out, whenever Harry so-and-so takes over for Abrams, I'm doing where I can. You wouldn't want that to happen, right, pal? Right?
Alright. He said what he wanted to say. And there it is. Alright, just gotta get Black Eye really fast. Alright, now that we have some time. So, basically, as I was saying, just all that other stuff. But there's also been stuff that I've been thinking about with the channel. The Halo Legendary walkthrough series will always continue to still be part of the channel. But it is, like, as all good things with, as all things, they eventually have endpoints, and there is the Halo Legendary walkthrough series that is Campaign Evolved is also going to be part of the Halo Legendary walkthrough series, and of course whatever Halo 7 ends up being, whatever their next project will of course be part of that. So but in terms of it being like of this being a multi-year long project, or this has been going on for years, by the way, like I don't know, like some of the people here have been with the channel for years and years, so some of you guys probably know better than me, but I don't know, I've been going through like 10 or something, like I think it's been like 10, maybe 13 years. And it's mostly because of the reason why we don't have that many more videos is mostly because of, by the way, if you want to know where Black Eye is, stand right here. You're going to see a little light coming from right here. So that's the ledge that you're going to look for. You look down, you turn, crouch. Black Eye, since I already grabbed it, Black Eye is going to be inside of this room. It's actually going to be right here. So just make sure that you keep an eye out for a black eye. You'll actually hear the low hum of the skull. So just make sure that you are, like, you have your headset on or something. I don't know. I mean, if you want to miss out on it, I guess you can just, like, play the game deaf, but whatever you want. But as I was saying, this has been a multi-year long process, and it's been a lot of fun doing this. And it all started with Halo Wars, and anybody who remembers like me back when I was playing Halo Wars, like, everybody said that there's a lot of great feedback that I've gotten from people over the years. A lot of great people saying that they really appreciate the help that they received, and it's really because of you guys that I kept going. So a lot of the things goes back to you guys. So, and it's all because of you guys. So, but there's a lot of other stuff planned for the channel after I stop doing these legendary walkthrough guides. I don't plan on going into Slasso or co-op or any of that. I might do, like, achievement hunting, like small, like, things that I'm trying to find a weapon because I just killed somebody with it. But basically the entire thing that I'm trying to do is trying to, like, branch out. There's a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and my number one thing is mostly because I just don't like the current state of people just consistently. I don't know what it is, but maybe I'm just like, maybe I just don't get it. Now I have to do this. Maybe, like, I guess one of the examples I want to say is it has something to do with the. Oh, 1 second. Nice, funny try.
It's on you. And by you, I mean everybody who isn't me.
Alright, so there's another propaganda tower. Now we're going to be heading on down to the Mjolnir Armory. Oh, and I have to actually drop this because I killed somebody, right? That's right. Mangler. But like I was saying, a lot of the my plans is just, like, stuff that have to do with, like, I think I'd already told you guys I was watching Overanalyzing Avatar, and I really liked the in-depth analysis of each episode in terms of, like, stuff that I never noticed, or stuff that were callbacks that I never noticed, or stuff that I already knew, but it was nice to see that other people enjoy, like, certain stuff, or maybe it was nice to see a different interpretation, or learn about the difference in, like, in the storytelling. So for me, it was all really, really interesting, and what basically that got me going is, like, what if I did, like, a hyper analyzing Halo, and I already tried to make a video about it. It's gonna be getting a brand new facelift. That video is obviously a pilot episode of it, and I do plan on updating it in a later installment. But for right now, it's really just trying to figure out kind of, like, where I want to go. So I know this is gonna be really, really funny to say, but there's a certain element of. Second, this guy's just a sitting duck. He's dead. But there's a certain element of. Oh my god, that's weird. Jesus, I just, like, fell apart. But as I was saying, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. There's, like, I think 4 different phases of this channel, and I'm still in phase 1 after 10-something years. But I promise that after a certain amount of time. Like, I've already started to try to get into what I really like, what the end goal of this channel is, by doing Halo lore and stuff like that. And it's mostly because, like, I just don't like the way that, I do think that there's an element of grift within Halo, within the Halo community. I do think that a simple 343 tries to listen to the community, or sorry, Halo Studios, or 343 tries to listen to the community by doing a feature. but they don't take it to a certain extent. And then I think nostalgia, like a certain amount of nostalgia, like they prey on the nostalgia of people, and then they make a video about it, and the next thing you know, you have a lot of outrage over that nostalgia. And then now a bunch of people at Halo Studios and like, or 343 at we're getting BM'd over certain things that, like, yeah, like I get that. I do agree to an extent of what the main problem is. There's a lot of corporate oversight that should not be involved within the IP. Microsoft should really just leave it be. The main problem is that, and I think that this is something that people keep denying, is Microsoft will never leave it be, and that is something that I think needs to be said out loud. And the minute that we all can start realizing that, the moment we can actually start really placing the blame. And it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, have a bunch of people who need jobs so they can feed their family legitimately go out and just stand up for a video game that they're probably gonna get laid off later on, and they're later on, like, they're contracted. They don't have anything tied to it. So I would say that the community needs to have a little bit of grace towards the developers. If anything, it needs to be targeted and honed towards the main problems, which are going to be those in the executives at Microsoft. They need to be the ones to understand the displeasure. But the only thing that you can really do is use your wallet. But the problem is that, are you really going to sit there and, like, because all Microsoft's really going to say is, like, WPs to shareholders. They're not really going to care about whether or not, they're just going to care about the amount of volumes the next Halo game is sold. And even then, they're not really going to care about that. They're really just going to care about, damn it, I tried my best there. I was trying to, like, really go about I was trying to take down all the ads before I fought Myriad. But as I was saying, it just seems like something that, like, is it really going to matter? And I know that's kind of like a very doom, and not necessarily a doom, but it's a very, I guess, nihilistic way of looking at it. But I would say let's turn it around. There's obviously a reason why we like these games, and it's not the only franchise that's dealing with this. I mean, I can imagine, like, people were complaining about Marathon not too long ago. People, like, I've been playing a lot of WoW because of TBC, and it's and the Burning Crusade released about a month ago, and, like, there's a certain element of, like, it across all games. It's not just Halo. It's about, like, it's a gaming industry problem, and the problem is that they know now that games bring a lot more revenue than movies and stuff like that. So what you have is a bunch of executives, probably marketing executives from Hollywood or something like that, and they're trying to make a lot of money for the shareholders, and that's what's really going on. The problem is now, do we try to, how do we get that blame to be targeted for the betterment of Halo? And I honestly think the simplest way to do it is get to the point where the community is so good at creating content that, like, I think that the best way to do it is the community needs to take the step forward. Be the change. And people have done that. There's plenty of people who mod Halo for Forge, or like, even just, like, other people who create like, actual content, like the Dig Site team. That's another one. Like, those people. And I would say that that is really where the best foot forward comes in. But it's that type of stuff that I really wanted to get into, because it's something that I'm very, very passionate about. And there's a lot of opinion that I've had about Halo over the years. And I don't want the people like Hidden Xperia. I don't want the people like Ackman. And I know that I'm David and they're Goliath in terms of like this scenario. But I don't want them to be the main voices in continuously putting in a negative perspective. It is a realistic perspective. There's a reason, I would say, for them to be angry, and I would say that anger is justified and righteous in so much that they target it at the correct people. I disagree with the entire notion that I disagree with the notion that it deserves to be all negative. Oh damn, I was actually getting somewhere here. But I disagree with the fact that it should be all negative. There needs to be some positive. There needs to be some positive thought process about Halo. And I've watched a lot of the videos. I just don't want those. And a lot of people don't want to hear this. You're not going back to 2007. You're not going to be able to get those feelings back. No matter how much 343 try, no matter how much Halo Studios tries, no matter what, like, insert your favorite gaming studio, whether that be Ubisoft, Blizzard, some of the biggest ones, they're Bungie. They're not going back. And I know it's a really terrible thing to think about, but that's just the truth. So rather than trying to be the rather than try to like, I'm trying to like put this in a really like nice way so it doesn't seem like I'm bashing Hidden Xperia or Ackman or any of these other content creators. I think that you need to be the change. You need, rather than sit there behind your computer making a ton of money, like using nostalgia as a way to make money, why don't you like help the dig site team by and some of these creators do, they definitely go out and like they give them publicity. They they do the work. I'm not saying that they don't. What I am saying is that they need to understand that the hope and dreams of the good old days is not coming back, and gaming is not going to go that direction. There are going to be indie studios that will kind of give hope, but my entire point is more just like, if you want this, then go and do it. Put it out for free. You don't need to make money on a Halo project. There's plenty of people out there that have done something for Halo and did it all for free. I mean, the SPV3 team is one of the best examples I could think of. They did it all for free, but they made something that rivals, and I don't even think Campaign Evolved will rival SPV3. I think SPV3 will remain one of the top fan-made Halo pieces of content ever, because it is directly from the lore, it is directly from the books. Like, it is 100% what Combat Evolved should be. The only thing missing from their mod is, like, I mean, you heard it in the name SPV3, single player. So the only thing missing is adding a multiplayer or a PvP style, so like split screen or multiplayer or something like that. Let me see if this will work here. I gotta drop this now because I missed my shot. But that is something that I've been thinking about, and it's not something that is going to be like an attack on any of these other creators. I don't want to attack them. What I wanted to offer was more just like respect. And I die by Myriad again. It's mostly because I don't have something to take on 2 hunters. But that's fine. Whatever. Having a good time, just chilling playing the game. But, as I said, there's all this hopium, and all this hopium, all it leads to is just a ton of disappointment. But when you take away the disappointment, when you sit there and you just say, you know what, I'm just going to look at something for what it is, then I think the enjoyment factor comes back. If you take it as like the standalone, the only thing that I do not tolerate is retcon. If a studio decides to retcon established lore, which is why I actually I legitimately do have a problem with Blizzard and the direction that they have taken with the Warcraft universe. Now I say that's different. I don't think that Halo or Halo Studios or 343 at the time did not respect established lore. I think that they have. They've done a great job of trying to. And I really do think that the people at Halo Studios are legitimately trying their best against the behemoth that is known as Microsoft. So I'm on that. I have a whole lot of other I guess opinions, theories, stuff like that. And it's mostly because like I love this franchise. I love this. Like I've been playing this since I was 5 back in 2000. So I'm not somebody who does not remember what Halo used to be. And I think by attacking, like people just like by attacking, like, oh, you just don't understand what Halo you like. There's nothing to be gained there. All you're doing there is you're just segmenting and not creating any solutions. All you're doing at that point is bitching. And honestly, I would rather like do something about it rather than have somebody just consistently bitch about it. Go do something. Learn how to write a story. Learn how to like go do something. Go in and talk to the people at Halo Studios. And what I think it is the worst part is that I think these creators have, and they have let these concerns get voice. But the main problem is that people like they forget that they are stuck in the power that is known as they're stuck in the Microsoft world. There's nothing that they can really do, and it sucks because us as fans, we think that they can, but in reality they can't. So I am on board with Microsoft getting rid of Halo as an IP to somebody who actually wants to use it. I 100% agree with it. I think there's nothing good that can come from Microsoft actually having control of the franchise. And that is not a testament of how 343 is or Halo Studios. It's a testament of how bad Microsoft is. And just look at what they've done with all these other franchises. But there's also franchises that they've been doing really, really well in. I mean, Overwatch consistently makes a ton of money. That's one guy. So, like, I don't know. There's a lot to say about it, and I know that I've been kind of like rambling on about it, but those are just like my thoughts about it. I'm not by any means, again, I do not want to be that guy that's trying to like pick a bone with any content creator who disagrees. Like, you're entitled to your opinion. Like, I don't have a problem with them having their opinion. What I do have a problem with is manufactured outrage or weaponizing outrage. So for me, that's really not. Let's get out of here. Let's run. But as I said, I'm not trying to say that my opinion is the only opinion. I think that it was just trying to offer perspective, and it was just really a feeling of right word. It's just a feeling like I have a lot to say on this topic because I've been looking at a lot of other people's perspectives, and I want to. And by the way, some of these people I do agree with, and when they. Oh god, I'm almost dead here. I'm fine. But as I was saying, there are some of them that I agree with. I don't think that I actually agree with them a lot more on a lot of the substance rather than who they are actually upset at. Like, I get it, but these are all things that are planned in different videos. There's also going to be like lore videos, but they're not going to be lore videos in terms of like something that you would expect from like a typical lore, or like kind of like how Halo has been treated. Like, I want to do it in a more of a kind of like telling a story. I don't want it to be like a I want to make the events of the Halo universe line up. So, or I would probably say that the best way that I can describe it is more like a chronicle, not a. Leave me be for a second, dude. Thank you. Actually pretty good against this dude. No way! I take him down to his last shot. Watch both of them. Yeah. Oh, it's only one. I know I've broken my rule, but it's Myriad. Like, give me a break. But I don't know if you guys agree with me. Like, if you guys like. But that's why I've been asking a lot more questions, and I'm not trying to pick a bone with anybody. I'm giving my perspective and saying that if we're gonna be, I do think that there is a certain amount of anger that is deserved, and I just want to make sure that it's targeted at the right people. I don't want it to ever be something that is being targeted at the people who work really hard. And I know, as somebody who is in computer science who wants to go into game dev, I know how hard those people are working.
What now, Chief? Should we start hunting down those beacons, or did you have something else?
I just know that they're stuck in a hole that they can't really get out of, and like when you have bills to pay, that's really the situation that you're stuck in. But I know that's something that I've been rambling about for, I don't know, 15 minutes, and that was a fun fight. Just yapping like I was just trying to do something. But that's one of those things that it was really supposed to be more of a me talking about, like, what was it called? It was me more of like announcing what the future holds, rather than me actually talking about like my actual opinion. I thought it was cool to be able to see, like, because that's the type of stuff, it would be way more scripted. Like, this was not scripted at all. So it would be more scripted. It would, or maybe not scripted, but more, there would be notes in front of me. Like, I would actually have more substantive stuff to say. So, like, later on, that's the type of stuff. As I also said, there's a got him. There would also be stuff for Halo lore, and the stuff for Halo lore is actually really cool. The stuff that I have planned for the Halo lore series, if I can get really good at editing, I have actually really cool plans. Go more into, like, pretend that cosplay as like a not cosplay, but more like go at it from a perspective of people in the Halo universe and say, here's the story that I've witnessed, and it would be pretty cool to see where, like, how the lore kind of goes out from different people's perspectives. And then there would also be like just your average, like, everyday lore series. But I want to put it on a little twist. Like, one of the ideas I've had was, I've been watching some lore on the World of Warcraft, like on the Warcraft universe, and I think his name is Quaylen. The way that he's just like giving an abridgment of like all the events is really, really nice. It's not like there's nothing flashy about it. It's simply edited, very well told, and I think that's a really, like, the possibilities of Halo being told in that way, where it's just kind of like an abridgment where we are, would be really, really nice in terms of just like the series as a whole. Now, no, I don't want to. Well, I mean, he's dead. But there's a lot of stuff planned. I just have to get through this. I just need to get through these because these take up a lot of time. They don't really take up a lot of creative energy because, I mean, I just sit here, play the game, and that's pretty much it.
As expected, it's another ring totem. That's
So,
the source of the signal.
oh
Looks
my
like
gosh.
the Banished are trying to transport it off-site. They must have plans for it. Possibly research.
Can't
Gotta
let that
doubt that.
happen. We need to take this operation offline.
Agreed. We need a weakness to exploit. And for that,
got
we
that.
need access to the outpost's systems. Get me to that control console.
So yeah, by the way, here's the Spartan core. But yeah, that's basically everything that I wanted to yap about. I know that I've been going on about it for about stuff for a long time, and the main thing for me is just a series of trying. How do I not? The main reason why stuff is taking so long is like, how do I say this? The main thing is because the Halo Legendary series takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and people don't I would say that there's nothing wrong with this. It's just more there's a lot of, as I say, this takes a lot of time. There's like nothing else really to say more than that. And because because I enjoy doing it, there's nothing wrong with how these guys are done. It's just more like I want to do more, but all the energy right now is really put into these. So as soon as I'm finished these, and that's why I have like a kind of like a renewed purpose to get things done. Oh damn it, I died. I have a renewed purpose to get these done, and I want to share everything. And I know I have maybe already turned you guys off because of my like actual like cold take about Halo, but I think that for me it's more just like that's just legitimately how I feel. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be apologetic about it. Like, I'm not going to say that Halo is bad. I mean, I've grown up with this game. I will always be a fan. But I will always call out when this game is something that it is. And this game, like Halo 4, 5, this, like they've always been great. So for me, that's pretty much how I feel about it. I can't wait to share it. Those videos, the plan is to get these going after the campaign Evolved Legendary walkthrough is done. And I cannot wait to go into it. There's also going to be some other videos that will that will come out, like, that will try to go down that path. When we get more, as we get closer to the release date, that's pretty much when I plan on talking about it more. Like the release date of Campaign Evolved. And there's also going to be shorts. Like, I've been doing the shorts for a while now, and I plan on bringing those back. And it's mostly because, like, I really want to see like how those as a short form content do. But I don't know. I do want to know what you guys think. I know that I've been, like, talking about the future of the channel a lot in this video, and just, like, my own opinions. But I do want to know yours, and I would say that feel free to, like, I'm never gonna say that you guys are wrong, or that your opinion is not, like, you have your opinion. Just don't. I guess the best way I can say is just don't bash anybody else's, and that doesn't even mean mine. Just don't bash anybody else's if somebody says it in the comments. I would say we're all on Team Halo. We all want Halo to succeed. There's no reason to try to be. There's no reason to get upset at the community, no matter if you agree or disagree. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Out of the way, he is mine.
Come on, die already, dude. I mean, also, we're almost done with this, with this video, so try to get. I mean, this is the last part of it. Right now, I'm just trying to, like, figure out where did those grunts come from. Whoa. When you have, like, all these abilities, it starts to become overpowered. Look at all that. All we have to do is get down there and we're fine. Oh, I thought this was out of ammo. Alright, this is good. Grab a skewer. Dude. This. Right, come on. Oh, thank God. Oh, I killed 3. That's my bad. It's supposed to be after every kill. That's my bad. Oh, come on. That was close. Alright, let's try it again.
Search for our praise while they see. This search will be working once everyone's million limbs from your body. He's in cover.
Easy. throwing down these weapons, it gets really hard to like actually find others. I guess I can pick this back up. Oh, one goes down. Alright. Oh. That goes away. Alright, drop that plasma pistol.
The coward is here.
Oh, he's got a scatter shot. Let's see here. Alright. So many goes over here. Ah, I threw a freaking grenade. Come on.
Find him. I will keep watching him here. Take off that armor.
Oh, come on. We're gonna beat it. Trust. Oh. Let's use that.
You are nothing.
That. Got him. Oh, okay. Come on. Woo. Is there... Ah, the Ravager's still here. Woo! That was spicy. Ah! Alright, now I have to actually get inside. Oh. Let's get back Oof. I mean, he didn't die by that plasma pistol, so we're good. Alright, now he did. Is that everybody? Is that everybody?
Can't believe they caught me.
Oh, there it is.
Stupid.
Got something. A high-capacity fuel silo is currently refueling their transport. If we destroy it, it'll take the transport along with it and bring this operation to a halt.
Oh, will it?
I've enabled a system-wide security lift. Find a way to raise that silo.
Oh, wow. That wasn't smart. Just beelining it. Especially when I took the long way, I could have taken the short way. Come on. Me just like trying to get in there. Making this take a little bit longer. I almost made it in this time. Alright, let's try it one more time. Ooh, made it. Oh, come on.
None challenge me and live.
Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to take my time again. Just sit right here. Alright, well I can't use this anymore.
None challenge me and live.
You die. We
Oops. I mean, that worked. Let's see. Striker? Indeed. Alright, got this. Raise it. The silos? Oh, that's it.
The station's powering down. And
Hey,
that
we got the flex
transport
fire
is
sniper now.
toast. Escherum's research efforts on these artifacts just ground to a halt. For all he's
Hey,
learned about
that's
this
it.
ring, total control is still out of his reach. We've got to keep it that way.
Alright, so next up is mission number 9. That's pretty much it. I know this one's a little long. I apologize to everybody. I know that half the time I was just sitting there rambling. So, I mean, I could have used vehicles if I wanted to, but I wanted to see if I could do it all with kind of like half obeying the challenge that I said earlier in this video. But to go with the question, do you think that
Ready when you are.
so the question of the day really just comes down to one thing. What do you think about what I was saying? What's your perspective? Do you think that Halo is like basically, do you think that there's a lot of more let me simplify it rather than talk about it in terms of like your opinion. Would you be interested in a series that just goes into that type of thought process? That way I can explore it more. So that will be the question of the day, and that will be pretty much it for this one. I do want to do some quick stuff really fast because this is the last one before a actual main story mission. That is going to be, we're going to get impulse for the thrusters. And here are all your here's what you should have by this point. 2920. You should have the flex fire sniper by this point. There you go. This is pretty much what we've accomplished up until this point. So here you go. Here's everything. You should have at least this much done before you get to the sequence, or you could just do everything, and that makes your life even easier because you'll at least have all the upgrades. But that is pretty much it for this one. Again, 2920. Here's your upgrades. Attack map looking a little bit like this. And then in the next one, after we do the sequence, we're just going to dive right on into 9.1, 9.2, 9.3 to finish it all off. And then at the end of it all, it's just going to be non-stop main story missions to finish off Halo Infinite. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video for other Halo fans of Halo. One last thing I want to do, and this is just because I'm not 100% sure how it will go. Here is... Okay, come on. Let's see what happens here. I am going to bust out... I'm going to take out the regular BR-75. And then I'm also going to bring out the Striker. That's what your loadout should be for when you start the sequence.
After all this
So
time,
here you
I
go.
finally get it. The
But as I
difference
said,
between living
if you
and
guys
dying
want to
is hope.
like, subscribe, comment, share, that'd be awesome. And I'll see you guys next time for the sequence. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.